Hi, I'm Helen with Floating Yoga School. I am here in Kihei on Maui. This is a mini strengthening yoga-inspired fitness flow designed to use just your body weight to build a little strength through your upper body, through your core, your glutes, your legs, kind of a total body get in, get out, get moving flow. We're gonna start standing today at the top of your space when you're ready. So you can take a moment to shift a little side to side, forward and back. Find that sweet spot where you're balanced between your legs. Bring your palms to face forward to open up your chest and then draw the back of your head gently back. Imagine you could stand a little taller and find a sense of strength. Engage your core, maybe your glutes a little bit without clenching. Notice where you can soften and release, always finding a little balance between strength, stability, and that ease and effortlessness. As you next inhale, reach your arms to the sky. Exhale, cactus your arms, bend your elbows, open up your chest. And imagine you're using your lat muscles in your back to pull your elbows down. Take it all the way toward your sides. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, that deep cactus, pull it down. You might even clench your fists like you're pulling up a lat bar. Inhale, reach, and exhale, draw it down. Reach high, breathe in. Fold forward, breathe it out. Inhale, lift halfway, long spine. Exhale, hands down, step just your right foot back. Take most of your weight into your left, but you're gonna take a breath in, lean forward. As you exhale, right foot's gonna step to the top of your mat. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw it in, use your core. Extend. And you might be breathing faster or slower, so if it's not a full breath, that's fine. Let's do one more. Plant your right palm, lift your left arm, find a little twist, and slowly lower your hand down. Step back, high plank, upper push-up. Feel free to lower your knees. If you're taking knees down, take that more supported plank where your knees are behind your hips, not right below. Take a breath in, shift forward. Take a breath out, shift back. Really engage your legs. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, take it back. Can you engage your glutes and your core? One more. Back to neutral, inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale, hips to the sky. Feel free to adjust here. Find that nice sweet spot where you feel even between your feet. All about the sweet spots today, where you can breathe. This is not necessarily a resting pose. We're taking a lot of our weight on our hands, so if child's pose feels more appropriate or knees down, you can always go there. Reach your right leg to the sky, breathe in. Shift forward, knee to nose, breathe it out. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, tap your right knee to your right elbow or shoulder. Back up, breathe in. Cross it to your left elbow or shoulder. And it doesn't have to touch. We're moving in that direction. Inhale to lift. Exhale, step your foot forward between your hands. Find some space and length, most of the weight into your right foot again. Inhale. Exhale, left foot steps up. Inhale to extend. Exhale, step it up. So you're really using your core. Two more. Come back to that extension. And then step all the way up, left foot meets your right, forward fold. Lift halfway, inhale. Fold, release. Inhale to stand, hands float high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We're gonna take like a chair pose, but more into a squat. As you inhale, sit low. Exhale, stand tall, hands to heart. Inhale, sit low. Exhale, stand tall. Two more. You might find your feet a little bit wider. See if you can press into your heels. Let's sit into that chair. Holds, and then hands to your hearts for some little pulses. Hips back and down. And we'll change up the arms the next time we come into those kind of chair squats. So you can play with what feels best for your arms. You can always bring them to heart center like this. One more breath in. Forward fold, release it out. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands down, left foot steps back. This time we'll rise to a high crescent lunge, arms to the sky, and then bring your palms together in front of your heart. Bend your back knees. Your knees are maybe 90 and 90 degrees. Split squat, take some little pulses down. Think about engaging your glutes and really pressing into your front heel. Lift your low belly. Relax your face. For 3, 2, 1. Left foot is going to step up. Right foot is going to step back. Try to keep that front knee a little bent. Take those little pulses, back knee bent. Right foot steps up, stay low. Left foot steps back. Plant your palms, left palm down, right arm up. Take your twist in the opposite direction than we did this last time. Release your hand down, step back, high plank, upper push-up. We're gonna take this to chaturanga push-ups or tricep push-ups, so you can always drop your knees down. I'm gonna go there, you can keep them lifted. Little shift forward as you inhale. Exhale, just halfway down, elbows hug your sides. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Press into your fingers, keep breathing. Fast or slow. For me, slower is harder. And when you've had enough, downward facing dog. Check in here, where can you adjust? Settle. We'll take left leg high, breathe in. Knee to nose, breathe it out. Inhale, leg high. Exhale, left knee to left elbow or shoulder. Back up. Cross it to your right. Inhale, leg high. And exhale, step between your hands. Rise to a high crescent lunge. So we're just gonna move through a backward stepping lunge this time. Woo, find your balance. Maybe hands to heart, that's gonna be easier for me. And step your front foot up. Switch legs. You can play with how low you go, maybe tapping your back knee down. Try to keep your front knee behind your toes, ideally right above your ankle. We'll end with left foot forward, plant your palms, and step up, right foot meets your left. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe it out. Rise up, reach up, hands float high. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. Take your feet a little bit wider. Sit into a squat like you're taking your chair pose. And then we're gonna stand tall, press your hands back. Sit low, hands to heart. If you want arms up, you can. Generally, when I teach and practice chair, I like to inhale to sit. And when I'm doing squats, I like to inhale to lift. Different breath. For some reason, those practices feel different than for me. You can find what works for you. Try to get low in your hips, your glutes, turn it on, feel that engagement. For 3, 2, and 1. Reach your arms high, keep your feet wide. Exhale, palms together in front of your heart. We're simply gonna step right foot back and find our way into a wide-legged squat, like a horse pose or goddess pose. Knees bend, get your hips low. I'm already getting a little out of breath. Little pulses here. And then play with lifting one heel as you pulse. Drop, switch sides. Maybe both heels at the same time. And lower. Stay low in your legs. Bring your forearms in front of you. Begin to open up your chest. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Draw your elbows in. Notice if your ribs want to flare, your chest is really pushing forward. See if you can keep your ribs in. Maybe you play with little mudras, a hand gesture. Breathe here. Legs are talking to me. Yours might be talking to you. One more. Stand tall. Turn your feet so that they're slightly outward. We're gonna move side to side into a side lunge to adapt your toes, the angle, whatever feels good. Knees and toes always tracking in the same direction. So move to your right. I like hands to heart, hips back, left leg straight, right knee is really bent. Center, I like to press my hands back, kind of like we did in that squat. You might also think about a row and then a T, depending on where you want to open things up. Notice what's happening with your core. Can you stay engaged and connected? We're getting heart rate up just a little bit, moving. Let's do one more each side. and then bring it back to center. Heels in, toes out, back into that low squat horse pose or goddess. Hands behind your head this time, a little oblique crunch side to side. I always notice my belly button sticking out. See if you can draw that back to your spine. Keep that engagement. And let's do one more each side. Star pose, stand tall. Hands to your heart, turn back toward the top of your space. Big step up. Inhale, arms float to the sky. And exhale, fold forward. Lift halfway, breathe in, long spine. Exhale, step back, high plank, upper push-up, hold it there. So feel free to lower your knees, make any adjustments that you need. Breathe in, shift forward. Breathe out, chaturanga, just halfway down. Inhale, up dog or cobra. I guess if you're taking cobra, you went all the way down. Exhale to downward facing dog. Hips to the sky. So do whatever feels good. Let yourself feel challenged. Find a little strength, a little resilience. And also know when it's time to back off. We're gonna drop knees down and come onto your left forearm and drop down to your left hip. Think about stacking your legs. Try to keep your shoulder out of your ear. We're gonna lift your arm, lift your knee, and lift your hips at the same time. So you're gonna think about pressing into your left knee, take your left hip off the ground, and then open up your hips like a little clamshell, like this, and then lower. For some reason, the arm helps me. You might prefer hand to hip. Lift and lower, and really use your glutes to draw you up. Your core in and bracing. I'm not counting, we're just breathing through. Maybe slower is harder, more challenging. 3. Let's do 2 more. And 1. Hold here and slowly release. Simply swap sides, swing your legs around, or you can flip directions. I'll stay facing you so you don't get my back. Get yourself set up, find that nice position. And then again, start to lift and lower. Maybe hand on your hip feels more steady. If you're using your arm up, or even if you're not, think about drawing that top shoulder up. Rather than pressing away from the ground, imagine reaching up to the sky. Second side's always harder for me. We're already tired from the first side. So feel it and breathe into it. Let's do 3 more. 2, 1, hold at the top. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And slowly release it down. Come onto your seat, knees to the sky. For a boat pose, Navasana, little lean back to float your shins. Hands to your heart, and just gentle twist side to side. So we're thinking upper body is moving, lower body is not, playing with a little rotation and anti-rotation. Imagine squeezing inner thighs. Engage your pelvic floor, navel to spine. For 3, 2, 1. Feet down, hands behind you. Through a reverse table back to your seat. So press your hands and your feet. Inhale to lift. Exhale, tap your bum down. Lift and lower. Move with control and in your own range of movement, so you're not overdoing it. 1 more. Keep your hips off the ground but toward the ground. Adjust your hands if you need. Little tricep dips here. Elbows point back to lower. You can always take your hands on a higher surface, a stool, a chair, a block. One more. And release. Come to a seat, whatever position feels comfortable for you. Draw your left arm across your body, little stretch here. And then left arm over, bend your elbow, find your stretch. I'll turn to face you. Same thing, right arm across your body. Right arm up and over. Find that little stretch. And release. You can shrug your shoulders, roll your wrists. We'll take some final stretches from tabletop, hands and knees. Thread the needle, left arm out and up, roll your wrist, and thread to your right. Drop your shoulder, your head down. Right hand can stay, reach or wrap. And slowly unwind, left arm out and up. Release. Swap sides, right arm to the sky, roll your wrist. Thread to your left, drop your shoulder. And slowly unwind, counter stretch, release. Little sway of your hips side to side. Take your right knee, cross it behind your left so your knees are touched, your feet can go a little bit wider, and then just gently press your hips back. And you'll kind of find the spot that feels like you're getting a stretch outer hips. Maybe you sit all the way down like you're taking cow face legs. Lift it back up, swap, uncross, recross, left knee behind right. And that gentle stretch back. And then back to center, uncross. Find your way into a resting shape. That could be on your back, a more traditional Shavasana. I'm going to come to a seat. Just a moment to pause, to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Do a little inventory of your physical body. Notice how it's feeling now. A little check-in with your mind, your thoughts. Notice what's going on. And then when you're ready, bring your palms together in front of your heart. If you're on your back, you can slowly make your way up to a seat. Thank yourself for making the time to move, to breathe, to be in your body, to celebrate what your body can do. Challenge it. We'll gently bow our heads together in silence. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I am so grateful that you're here, supporting, commenting, liking, sharing. Please subscribe if you're not already. Let me know what requests you have, and I will practice again with you very soon. Have a good one.